We've gathered you here today for a brief update on the security plan for the 2024 Republican National Convention here in Milwaukee. So we have a few partners that are going to come out today to speak and answer any questions. We'll have members from the Secret Service, from the Milwaukee Police Department, the Mayor of the City of Milwaukee, Cavalier Johnson, members from FEMA, from FBI, from the Milwaukee Fire Department, and from the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office. We will begin with remarks and then move into a very brief Q&A. Couple of ground rules. This briefing is only about updates to the RNC security plan. The individuals speaking here today are not in a position to speak about the incident that occurred yesterday in Butler, Pennsylvania. We'd like to keep the conversation and the questions on topic in order to make the best use of your time. Questions about the incident that occurred yesterday in Butler, Pennsylvania should be directed to the Secret Service's press office in Washington, D.C. Couple of ground rules. One question and one follow-up per outlet. Coordinator for the RNC,
Thank you, Lexi. Good afternoon. My name is Audrey Gibson-Chiquino, and I'm the Secret Service's 2024 Republican National Convention Coordinator. The U.S. Secret Service, along with its federal, state, and local law enforcement and public safety partners, work together to design security plans for national special security events. They are designed to be adaptable based on the changing security landscape and most up-to-date intelligence from our partners. We've been working on the RNC security plan for more than a year and have been in constant coordination with our partners and the Republican National Committee. During our extensive planning efforts, we have accounted for various security scenarios that may arise, and we are confident in the plan we have implemented for the Republican National Convention this week. That security plan will remain in place. While we cannot discuss the specifics, means, and methods used for our protective operations, our protective methodology for NSSEs is based on a layered approach that includes support from federal, state, and local law enforcement and public safety partners. We will continue to assess the security environment and adapt our security measures as appropriate. The Secret Service is working diligently with the Milwaukee Police Department, as well as all of our federal, state, and local partners to ensure a safe and secure convention for attendees, volunteers, and the City of Milwaukee. I'll now introduce the Mayor of the City of Milwaukee, Mayor Cavalier Johnson.
Thank you. Several months ago, folks in this room may recall that I worked with a bipartisan group of individuals, both Republicans and Democrats, with one goal in mind: to make sure we have a safe convention for everybody. These national special security events, especially as they relate to the Republican National Convention and the Democratic National Convention, have been stuck at $50 million since 2004. Obviously, things cost a little more than what they did in 2004, and so via phone, via trips to Washington, D.C., and working with members of Congress on both sides of the aisle, we were able to get a $25 million increase to our security grant. I say all that to say that we take this matter very, very seriously. We take public safety very, very seriously. And I've been so pleased to work in collaboration, not just with the United States Secret Service, but also with local law enforcement and public safety on the ground here. As was mentioned, we're joined by the chief of the Milwaukee Fire Department, Aaron Lipsky, who's been a great partner. And we're also joined by the chief of Milwaukee Police Department, Jeffrey Norman, who's been a great partner as well, working to bring in law enforcement officers from not just across the state of Wisconsin, but across the United States to help out with public safety here. Let me just reiterate what was already said. This is an NSSE, a National Special Security Event. It is the highest designation that you can get for a security event of its size and magnitude in the United States. We have that designation, and we'll continue to work to make sure that public safety is tantamount here in this community. With that in mind, I'll take the opportunity to pass it over to the Chief of the Milwaukee Police Department, Chief Jeffrey Norman.
Thank you, Mayor Johnson. 18 months. 18 months that these plans have been put into place in regards to what we're going to have for this event. This is a collaboration between federal, state, local, but beyond just from a law enforcement community, this is a collaboration between our elected leaders, from both local, state, and also national. But also we have engaged community. We have workings with our community members in regards to ensuring the safety of this event. While we cannot talk about the operational plans, I can say from the CEO of the Milwaukee Police Department, this local police department here, I'm very comfortable in regards to the plans that we have made together. Not in silos, not where we're just kind of going over peruse, actual planning together. As you can see in regards to my fire side, also from the county side in regards to the type of collaboration. The collaboration is real. As the mayor said, this is a national special security event. Can't get any higher than that in regards to that particular type of designation. And so I just want to reassure not only our community, the greater community, those involved at the convention, but also in our city, we got this. We got this. Thank you.
All right, with that, we're going to move into a brief Q&A. Please just place a hand up. We'll call on you. Please wait your turn. One question, one follow-up. Name your name and outlet beforehand, and we'll get through as many as we can before we have to head out here, okay? So we're going to start right here, down on the left, black t-shirt.
From the CNN Secret Service. I don't understand why it is that you had one of the most significant events in the Secret Service's history occur yesterday, and no one from the Secret Service has publicly decided to take questions about what happened. You had the FBI today openly giving us an on-the-record briefing about their investigation, but yet we still have not heard from anyone from the Secret Service about what happened, about what the agency knew, about the lead up into the event concerning security. And I just don't understand how anyone would think that that's okay.
So my role in the Secret Service is the RNC coordinator, so that is my purview. Any questions regarding yesterday's event can be directed to our Public Affairs Office out of DC.
Right, I understand that, but this is the first time that anyone in the Secret Service has publicly even spoken to the media since this happened. There was a press conference last night that the Secret Service was not at. All the state officials, the FBI was there. We have the Secret Service as an absence. As a result of that, it just raises all sorts of questions about why the Secret Service is not willing to answer questions.
So again, I'm the Secret Service's RNC coordinator, so I can speak to the RNC security planning. I'd refer any questions regarding yesterday's incident to our DC Public Affairs Office.
Thank you. Right here at the blue shirt.
Yes, ma'am. Mark Meredith at FOX News. I'm curious, obviously you don't want to talk about what happened in Pennsylvania. Have you had to change your security posture at all here? And if so, how? Is it a small percent change? Is it looking at over everything once again? And then the follow-up question would be, just in terms of resources, I know you mentioned 18 months has been going into this. Do you feel like you've had all the resources you needed to get to this point today, or do you feel like more goes?
So as Mayor Johnson and Chief mentioned, this is a national special security event. That designation is the highest level of security designation that the federal government can determine. So we are confident in the security plans that are in place for this event, and we're ready to go. It's been an 18-month process. We've worked together over that 18 months to develop operational security plans for any and all aspects of security related to this event.
But did it change within the last, has any change been made in the last 24 months?
We're not anticipating any changes to our operational security plans for this event.
Thank you. Right here in the front in the orange dress.
Mary Spicuzza with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers told us a little bit ago that he is calling for the Secret Service to ban firearms, guns in the soft perimeter, not just in by a certain form. Is that something that the Secret Service is considering or is doing?
I have not had any conversations regarding that, so I can't speak to that.
Okay. You said that he had requested the Secret Service. Do you know if that request was actually made at this point?
I have not had any conversations regarding that, so I can't speak to that.
Right up here in the front, tie suit.
Is the Secret Service currently anticipating or currently planning to expand the perimeter?
We're not anticipating any changes to our current security footprint or plan.
Including allowing firearms into the soft perimeter as it is right now?
Anything in the soft perimeter is outside of our federal jurisdiction.
But why should former President Trump, his family, and the convention goers have confidence in the U.S. Secret Service to secure this site here over the next 4 days after his life was nearly taken yesterday?
So this event has been designated as a national special security event, which is the highest level of security for an event that can be designated by the government. So this is a whole of government approach. We've had an extensive planning process to include many organizations building out the operational security plans for any and all aspects of security related to this event.
Have you had the resources you need?
Yes, we are fully prepared and have a comprehensive security plan in place, and we're ready to go.
Right over here in the front, black shirt.
Why are you not expanding the perimeter?
So we're confident in the current plan that we have. It is based off of technical assessments, protective intelligence, and we are continuously monitoring information related to the event. So we're confident in the plans that we have, and we're moving forward with those plans.
And why are you not concerned that people can carry firearms within that soft limit?
So again, the Secret Service inner perimeter is our primary jurisdiction, so I would defer any questions related to outside of that zone to my partners here on the stage. Yeah.
So one of the things I've understood in regards to the inner perimeter, it's the largest inner perimeter that has been part of the convention, to my understanding. Maybe I have to get that clarified. And so that is one important point to be able to understand in regards to what that level of security about what the inner perimeter looks like. In regards to the ability to carry a firearm outside of the inner perimeter, again, our state law allows for the particular right to carry a firearm. We as a city cannot legislate out of that, and I don't know if our mayor wants to speak on that anymore in regards to that. And so for we, in regards to our law enforcement aspect, we have to operate within those guidelines. Unless it's something that is against state law, we have to respect Second Amendment right to carry your firearm, especially in regards to open carry or carry and conceal if you're licensed. And so that is a, again, issue that we have to navigate. And I will say this, and I've said this many times, as that is your right, please exercise your right in a responsible manner. Please ensure that the behaviors that we would like to see for those with that responsibility aligns with that responsibility. The Milwaukee Police Department will not tolerate any particular behaviors outside of what is legally allowed in regards to that right.
Thank you, Chief. And just to reiterate what the Chief said, local ordinances in the state of Wisconsin do not supersede state law. Wisconsin is an open carry state, and therefore the city of Milwaukee and no other jurisdiction in this state can supersede that state law. Folks should be aware, though, that proactively before the convention gets started, we did take action at the local level to ban items that we could ban. So we used our authority already at the municipal level to take that sort of security precaution that we were able to do. But in terms of banning weapons in the outer perimeter, that is not within our purview because of state law.
Right up here, blue shirt.
Dan from the New York Times for the Secret Service. If there haven't been any changes to the overall security plan, have there been changes to the protection plan for the former president, his family, and other elected officials?
So I'm the RNC coordinator, so I can only speak to the National Special Security event. The plans that we have in place will continue as is, and we're confident in those plans.
Right there, the things and glasses. Yes, ma'am.
And that's with Monica. Are there any new threats to Mr. Trump or the RNC or to protesters? How will you protect protesters who are in this inner perimeter?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Michael Hensel. I'm the special agent in charge of the FBI for the state of Wisconsin. For your first question, the men and women of the FBI in the state of Wisconsin who work in our 6 offices, along with the assistance of our 56 field offices across the United States, and our domestic and international federal partners, have worked over the last 18 months to take information in, intelligence in, evaluate that information, and then disseminate it to both our state and local partners to address any threats. Currently, there are no known articulated threats against the RNC or anyone visiting the RNC. That's important because we also need the help of the public. If they see something during this time or feel uncomfortable with something, please let us know. Let your local law enforcement agencies know, or the FBI. 1-800 call the FBI.
Can I just follow up? Sorry.
We're going to go ahead and make sure we get other questions
I
first,
just
and we
have
can
to
come
get-
back to you. Just hold 1 minute, please. Did you have a follow-up? Okay. Next question? Right back there, yep.
Hi, Luke with ABC. For the Secret Service, just to be clear, did you or did you not make changes to the security plan based on the events of yesterday?
There have been no changes to our current operational security plans for this event.
Why not, given the fact that the former president was the assassination?
So again, this event is designated as a national special security event, so it is a 18-month process that involves all levels of government that are contributing to the operational security plans for this event. So we have an operational security plan that's built out for every area of responsibility related to any and all aspects of security related to this event.
Right here, yes, sir, with glasses.
Nick Waters with Bloomberg News. So to the local and state officials on the stage, have you made any changes to your plans for this event, bringing in more officers, more intelligence gathering, anything else as a result of what happened yesterday? Beyond the Secret Service.
I can just reiterate what I said before in terms of what the city of Milwaukee has done. Our council, in conjunction with me, passed and signed a local ordinance to make sure that there's more protection in the outer perimeter as it relates to officers from across the state of Wisconsin or elsewhere coming in to assist with public safety around this. I defer to Chief Norman.
No change.
So, sorry, so you said make sure there's more protection in the outer perimeter. So what does that look like on the ground?
I'm sorry?
What does that look like on the ground if the chief of police is saying there's no change? What does it look like on the ground if you're saying there's more protection in the outer perimeter?
Some of the ordinance.
So the ordinance that I'm referring to that we had passed proactively at the local level, which is, by the way, the same ordinance, the same type of ordinance that we passed in preparation for the Democratic National Convention when it was to take place in Milwaukee in 2020 before becoming a mostly virtual event, is an ordinance that does not allow individuals to bring in into the outer perimeter hard items like cans, like bottles that are filled, other hard objects that can be used as projectile weapons and things like that.
We have time for two more, right here in the front.
I just have a follow-up to something that was said up here. You said that there was no threats at the moment, there were no concerns, but I would imagine that was what Secret Service and law enforcement thought yesterday as well. Are there changes to who you think or what you think threat actors are, and are there any worries of copycat mistakes?
So as I said, there's no known specific articulated threat to the RNC or any specific individual attending. As you'd expect, after the event yesterday, we've seen an uptick in social media chatter, people talking about what happened, and we, as the lead for all intelligence matters related to the RNC, the FBI, we evaluate all of that to make sure that if it trends into criminal activity or threat-based information, we evaluate that and again disseminate it out to our federal and state partners for action.
Can I just follow up?
We will have time for one more. I'm sorry, we've already gotten to you. Right there in the back. Yes, sir.
FOX6 Milwaukee. We've heard from delegates, we've heard from visitors about a level of fear following what happened yesterday. Beyond the fact that you guys have planned for this for 18 months, what's your message to them about safety and security?
So I'll take that on. As we talk about these particular type of plans, especially in regards to what we've seen across the nation and what we're doing here, I don't know if we're comparing events in the same manner. What we've seen in regards to the past are, again, rallies or town halls. They don't receive the same level of support this event receives. And that's maybe hard to kind of wrap it around in regards to the type of resources being invested in this particular community. Again, we cannot talk about the operations of it, but as the leader in this community, I've seen the work. We work together, again, not only from the standpoint of the federal level, but again, my local partners, and seeing that type of investment in regards to what is being done. We are planning as much as we can plan in regards to what we know, and we're looking for what we don't know, but we are planned and actually ready with the resources. This is our community too. And looking at it from the standpoint of, I want to make sure that they understand we see you, we understand this is something of a concern, and we are ensuring that we're going to put the proper effort, the proper type of communication, which is why in this particular forum is why we're having it, to ensure that there is a communication from this collective group. We're working as hard as we can, around the clock, putting forth the effort that's necessary, not only for this RNC, but for our city. As the chief executive of our police department here, it is important that we are also understanding the concern in our city. So this is for those who are attending the RNC, but we are taking care of this city, period.